Call.
I fold!
I call.
I think I'll call. Check.
Check.
All these checks better be going somewhere.
I'll check.
You folded? I didn't predict that. Now I have to reprogram my AI again. Destroy all humans. Down with the new flesh.
I'll bet.
Duh.
I call. Check.
Well, I don't usually bet this small, but I'm trying to lull you into a false sense of security.
What would Max do in a situation like this?
Ah! Black Hawk down! Black Hawk down!
Okay, plan B. I think I'll call.
Rock Samson has a pair of twos. Sam has a pair of sevens. Sam wins the hand.
Come to Papa, little chips.
Don't anthropomorphize the money, Max. I mean, Sam.
Autofold activated.
Nice shirt.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I have to buy them in bulk. You know, between the blood stains and the ray gun burns, I go through these things like jock itch in a frat house.
You should check out the Boo Franklin line of polo shirts at S-Mart.
And no offense, Ash, but S-Mart's not exactly known for quality tailoring.
That's the old S-Mart. These new Boo shirts have triple stitching around the seams and advanced stain-fighting microfibers. Alcohol, vomit, blood, it all washes off like water on a goose's butt.
No kidding.
Best of all, the Boo Franklin polo shirts are all made right here in the USA, so you don't have to worry about tanking the economy.
Nice.
Not just nice, smart. S-Smart.
Not bad. Not really good, but not bad.
Huh. I'm gonna see that bet, then hide it under a pile of chips so it won't get embarrassed.
Nope.
Yep, that's a tough decision, all right. Check.
The player has a pair of kings. And Ash has a pair of twos. The player wins.
Nope.
I call.
Call.
Etche, Oozer's Lay.
Check.
I check.
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 Check, please.
Check.
Spicy.
Oh, you think I'd be used to sudden betrayals by now?
I think you should know that the Claptrap general purpose robot is designed to be completely immune to outrageous bluffing. Raise.
I fold.
This is the part of the tournament where I taunt you mercilessly until you call. Would you prefer to be compared to a chicken, the female reproductive system, or the French?
Claptrap steals the pot.
Thanks for the free money, everybody!
Any of you jokers experts in this magical crapola?
Oh, we know some guys. Why?
Wendy and I were attacked by a killer doll at the S-Mart. It's not funny, Clambake. Creepy little bastard came after Wendy with a carving knife while we were tagging gifts for our wedding registry.
Is everyone okay?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was only a freaking doll. I kicked the knife out of his little doll hands, shook him by the scruff of his little doll neck, and asked him who the hell sent him.
I bet it was one of those guys at the bridal factory. They're getting really competitive about wedding registries. Not that I know anything about that stuff.
Actually, it was possessed by a demon. He said that covering himself in plastic was the only way he could get close enough to the Word made flesh to kill her. And then he melted. Ah, what the hell. Guess I'll call. That's the stuff.
The player has a pair of jacks, and Mr. Williams has 2 pair. Ash wins the hand.
Groovy.
Anyhow, the Word made flesh? Sounds like your fiancé's got some serious magical and/or biblical issues.
Gee, you think?
I'm not trying to be a jerk here, Ash, but how much do you know about Wendy anyway?
I know plenty. I've seen scrapbooks, met parents, hung out with the kids at the preschool where she works. Her life's an open book.
Okay. Look, I was just asking. I'll tell you what, I'll have Doc Venture's neighbor pay you a visit.
Why not the doc?
Well, Rusty doesn't know squat about this magic stuff, but Professor Orpheus, now, he lives for this crap. He'll get to the bottom of this even if he has to drag himself through the gates of hell.
It's more of a sliding door.
Thanks. I'll bet.
Nah.
Ash grabs the pot.
Another pot for me? You shouldn't have.
You appear to be nodding off. Let's see if moving the blinds up to 600 and 1200 gets your attention.
All in.
Really? Autofold activated!
I don't know. Call.
Hole cards like these should be buried in a hole and never spoken of again. You know who I usually consult when I have to make a tough decision?
Faster, pussycat! Kill! Kill!
Cool.
Son of a bitch!
Brock has a pair of jacks, and Ash has a straight. Mr. Williams wins the pot.
Boom.
Brock Sampson has been eliminated. Brock, do you require assistance?
I'm fine.
Hey, Sam, you're technically a cop, right?
He's a maniac cop.
Yeah, we're cops.
Isn't it kind of your job to shut down illegal gambling joints?
Well, the inventory's a little out of our jurisdiction. You know the old saying.
Whatever happens in the omnidimensional accretion nexus stays in the omnidimensional accretion nexus.
Oh! It's a good thing I don't have bile ducts, because that hand would make me vomit.
Nuh-uh.
The player takes the pot.
I call.
Call.
I'll check.
Jack?
Check.
Okay, I'll bet.
Not this time.
Fold.
I'll bet. Interesting. No, wait, what's the opposite of that? On the one hand, you're probably trying to string me along. On the other hand, that bet's so small that I just don't give a hoot. Call. I bet. A drink? Well, I don't usually indulge, but I don't usually blow Max's college money on games of chance either. Thanks.
Really?
Sam takes the pot.
That was easy. Too easy.
Jeez, whoever dealt this mess should be shipped off to The Hague.
Ahem.
No offense, Sugar Ram. Fold.
Yeah, I'm in. How do you get through all your crazy adventures without any shoes?
Same way you get through yours without a hat.
But I don't need a hat.
Exactly.
That's not really an answer.
Isn't it?
Sam makes off with the blinds.
I know this little winning streak is just random luck, but
In your face, suckers!
what he said. Anyway, and that's why I don't wear shoes.
And also because shoes make him look like a big brown clown.
I'll call. I think I'll bet. Hey, I thought we were friends.
It's playing computer poker by itself, Sam. It doesn't have friends.
Damn, G! Look at all that cheddar. I just realized my cards are way better than I originally thought they were, so I'm gonna raise 2.
Wendy and I could repair the Oldsmobile with that money. I'll fold.
Fold.
Boy, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now, 'cause they stink. Like your hand. Get it? It's a joke. Let me show you how we go all in, Pandora style. Oonce, 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 oonce.
Ah, hell.
Read 'em and weep. Seriously, your tears nourish me.
Claptrap has 2 pair, and our silent friend has a pair of 8s. Claptrap wins the hand.
That's what you get when you screw with the clap.
It appears you have lost all your chips. Oh well, it's only money. Your money. $20,000 of it. Right down the drain.
You're not a crier, are you? Because I got serious rust issues with criers.
One thing always bothered me about that freaky time-traveling story of yours, Williams.
What's that?
The ending. Some people say you made it back to the present, returned to work at the S-Mart like nothing happened. Others say you got marooned in the future and had to fight your way back to the present. So which is it?
That's a long, complicated story full of mind-numbing terror and blood-curdling romance.
I smell a blockbuster.
And if I tell you any more, it would rip apart the fabric of the space-time continuum like a $5 nightgown.
Aw.
Heh, let's go all in.
Woo, nice.
It's times like this I wish I had Max's devil-may-care attitude about money.
Hey, Sam! I'm wadding up 20s and making it grapple! Whee! Money!
My sensors indicate that you're way too big a loser to call me.
I'm all fucking in.
Impressive.
Looks like old Clappy's just bought himself a big old sack of pain. Unexpected joy. Woot woot.
The little robot has 3 of a kind. Rock Samson has 2 pair. Claptrap wins the hand.
That's what you get when you screw with the clap.
There was probably a better way to phrase that.
The blinds are now 600 and 1200.
I'll raise.
I think you should know that the Claptrap general purpose robot is designed to be completely immune to outrageous bluffing. I call.
Who dug it? That's a lot of simoleons. Yo, Sheba, you think you can get me some better cards next time?
I would, but you didn't say the magic word. So now I will be obliged to continue dealing you junk.
Not that I've been staring uncomfortably at your rock-hard abs or anything, but you guys seem pretty fit.
You going anywhere with this?
How do you keep off the weight?
Mostly by running and screaming. Swinging around a chainsaw is also great for the lats.
Well, I'm more of an isometrics kind of guy. Twisting necks until they splinter takes a trait load of dynamic tension.
I do that kind of stuff all the time, but my belly's still as jiggly and off-putting as a Three's Company reunion special.
Claptrap steals the pot.
Wow! Looks like I'm stuck in a loop! A sexy winning loop!
Anyhow, it could be your diet. An analysis of your saliva indicates that your internal organs are almost entirely comprised of cellophane-wrapped meat byproducts, mass-produced sponge-like desserts, and an impenetrable substance known only as fudgy freezes.
Wait a minute. Those things are bad for me?
Initially, yes. Now the preservatives are the only thing keeping you alive. Of course, they're also responsible for your girth. It's a bit of a catch-22. I love those.
What would Max do in a situation like this?
Ah! Black Hawk down! Black Hawk down!
Okay, plan B. All in.
Really?
Good for you.
Nah.
Fold.
Dang.
The player has ace high. Sam has queen high. The player wins with an ace kicker. Sam has been eliminated and will be removed by his partner's illiteracy.
Cuckoo banana pismo?
Max, no!
To the editor's desk!
I call.
I call.
That's a check.
Check.
Bet.
Duh.
I think you forgot a few chips there, Sparky. Call. I don't know. Let's bet.
Damn, G. Look at all that cheddar. Excuse me while I whip out my enormous raise.
Let's go, Buttercup. Son of a bitch! You freaking kidding me?
Mr. Funny Chips has two pair. Mr. Samson has two pair. Claptrap wins with the higher pairs.
Woo, that's gonna hurt.
Brock Samson has been eliminated.
Wow, I really didn't see this coming.
I did, but I didn't want to ruin the surprise. Surprise.
Are we sure these chips are safe to touch? I've had some bad experiences with interdimensional portal thingies.
I wouldn't worry about it. To date, over 578 million objects and organisms have passed through Aperture Science portals with insignificant side effects.
Define insignificant.
Approximately 0.002% of all objects that pass through a portal acquire trace amounts of fractal positronic antimatter in the process.
Fractal positronic antimatter? I love that stuff! Rots the flesh off of skags in seconds, man!
He's joking. It actually takes several agonizing minutes.
Funny.
Jack?
Claptrap has king high, and you have king high. Claptrap wins with the jack kicker.
The only thing better than winning is winning again!
Yeah, I'm in.
I raise.
I don't know. I'd put these cards out of their misery, but I don't want to waste the bullet.
Claptrap steals the blinds.
Thanks for the free money, everybody.
The blinds have been increased to 800 and 1600.
So you're Ash Williams.
That's what it says on my library card. All in, baby.
Call!
Well...
It's all me, baby!
Mr. Trap has a pair of threes, and Ash has queen high. Claptrap wins the pot.
It was secretly a ruse all along! I do know what I'm doing!
Ash has been eliminated from the tournament.
Sorry I couldn't have given you a better game. Next time I'll try not to leave my brain out in the Oldsmobile.
You and me and a big pile of chips, just like the robot gods intended. Call. Let's see if I can suck you in with a bet that doesn't trigger your primitive flight reflex. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? Call. Ack! Kill it with fire!
The little robot has a pair of jacks, and our silent friend has two pair. The player wins the hand.
Check. Oh, here's an idea. Why don't we put some actual money in this pot? I'm gonna check. I'll check that.
Mr. Funny Chips has a pair of tens, and the player has queen high. Claptrap wins the hand.
I'll call that. Think. Betting. Looks like old Clappy's just bought himself a big old sack of pain. That's unfortunate.
The little robot has queen high, and you have a pair of twos. The player wins. I hope you're not trying to impress anyone with all these showdowns.
I'm gonna check. I could bet. Oh, I'm sorry. Did the size of my bet intimidate you?
Claptrap steals the pot.
That was like taking candy from a baby. Which on Pandora is really hard, because they're all armed to the teeth that they don't have yet.
At the tone, the blinds will now be 1,000 and 2,000. Bing.
So, Marceau, what's your racket? Too ashamed to tell me, huh?
That's not shame. That's the player.
You say tomato, I say person whose muteness renders them incapable of refusing my friendship. Hey, new best buddy. I'll bet this much. So, does anyone have any fives? I'm betting. Ooh, this is not going to end well. Oh, hell no! Ah, f that!
Claptrap has a pair of fours. The player has a pair of fours. The player wins with the 10 kicker.
I'll raise that.
Claptrap steals the blinds.
Calling. Really? All right, that's it. I'm flipping a virtual coin to make my decision. Ah! How does a virtual coin land on its side? Raise.
Well, that was a clever move that won't come back to bite you in your ample posterior.
According to the atomic clock in my positronic brain, it's time to make things interesting. Read 'em and weep. Seriously, your tears nourish me. No way!
Mr. Trap has a pair of 10s, and our silent friend has 2 pair. The player wins the hand.
Etche, oozers lay. I'll bet.
Claptrap steals the pot.
It was secretly a ruse all along! I do know what I'm doing! Ha 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 ha! Call. I check. I bet.
Most people are bound by the conventions of probability and common sense. But you're special.
I'll fold.
The player takes the pot. The blinds have been increased to 264 and 4C8 in base 23. I'll give you a minute to work that out before I deal the next hand. I project a 0.05% chance that this tournament will end in bloodshed. Luckily, I don't have any blood.
I'll check that. Bet. Ooh, this is not going to end well. Nope.
The player takes the pot.
Call. Jackaroonie. Ooh, impressive. I call. That's a check.
Mr. Funny Chips has Queen High. The player has Ace High. The player wins with an ace kicker.
Checking. Betting.
Claptrap steals the pot.
Call. I'm betting. Really? Do. Raise. All in.
The little robot has a flush, and you have a pair of fives. Claptrap wins.
Again? You shouldn't have.
I love these little moments of quiet before the crying starts, don't you? Claptrap steals the blinds.
It was secretly a ruse all along. I do know what I'm doing.
That's strange. I'm starting to get impatient with this tournament. I'm not really programmed to get impatient, but here we are. Maybe if I increase the blinds to 1,400 and 2,800, the feeling will go away.
Call. or bet. Check. Bet. Check. Bet. Betting.
Claptrap steals the pot.
I raise.
Claptrap steals the blinds.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Calling. Please, pay no attention to my tiny little bet.
Claptrap steals the pot. You haven't flipped over any hole cards for several hands now. Are the cards getting too heavy to lift?
Whose bright idea was it to give me one of those stupid fuzzy logic circuits? Raise.
Well, that was a clever move that won't come back to bite you in your ample posterior.
I bet. Game on, flesh bags! Ooh, impressive! Oh, yeah! In your face, math!
Claptrap has a pair of jacks, and the player has ace high. Claptrap wins the pot.
You thought I was bluffing? Sucks to be you!
Though we know this Claptrap